Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery. Hope you are well. This is today's 5-minute Friday and we've got one of my favourite things, taking cuttings, and this time we're going to take it from Salvia. So what I wanted to show you before is actually when not to take the cutting, if that makes any sense. You'll probably see two plants here, two Salvia plants. One is primed for cuttings, which is this one, and the other one isn't the perfect time to do it. So taking cuttings from Salvia in the summer is a fantastic thing to do. You can get the cutting established, take it through the winter, and you've got basically free plants, which is fantastic. But what you don't want to do is take a cutting from a flowering stem. So I thought I'd just bring this plant along to show you that every single stem here, which is frustrating, but every single stem here is either budding up or flowering. So that plant isn't primed for taking cuttings from. Later on in the year, you'll be able to do it, just not now. So let's turn our attention to the cutting. The first thing you want to do, grab a pot or a cell tray or something like that you're going to plant the cuttings in, and add a bit of good quality multi-purpose compost to it, but make sure it drains well. If you've got seed and cutting mix, that is absolutely perfect as well. And just tap it down, get rid of any big lumps which you tend to get in modern compost these days, which does help with drainage, but we don't want it there for our cuttings. Okay, tap it down, making sure the compost really sinks down into the pot. Then it's time to take the cuttings. So with a Salvia, I'm going to take a cutting that's about 10 centimetres long, and I'm going to cut below a leaf node. And that is just where the leaves come from the stem. It's just a fancy name for it. Okay, so I'm going to follow it down, and got a nice sharp pair of secateurs. I'm just going to cut just below the leaf, just like that. And when you take cuttings of anything, always take more than one if you possibly can. The more you take, the more success you're going to get. And also bear in mind, if you're taking cuttings from a plant like this will help this bush out, and you're going to get a better plant. The more bushiness you get to something like a Salvia, the more flower you're going to get, which is exactly why we're growing it. So let's turn our attention to the cutting. What I'm going to do is just take these bottom leaves off, just like that. And to be honest, you can do it with your thumb and fingers, just like that, to give us a nice stick, if you like, to put into the compost. Just repeat it with the other one. Now, what a lot of people are tempted to do at this stage is to shove that into the compost. I don't want to do that. I still want to make a hole, because you can bruise the base of this cutting. So I'm going to make a hole in. You can do it with a dibber, a pencil, or even the secateurs. Just place it in, and then just tuck the cutting in, making sure that you're trying to make the compost fit around the stem, basically, and just repeat the process. Simple as that. Now, a lot of people buy Salvias from us. They are one of our most popular plants. So if you follow us and you've bought plants from us and you've got Salvias, this is the perfect thing to do this time of year. And especially if you've got a favourite colour and think I'd like a few more of that, a wave of colour of Salvias is really fantastic. So taking a few cuttings and planting big blocks of colour is fantastic. So it's great for that. Once you've done that, just give it water. I'm not going to say you can't overwater at this stage, but it's going to be pretty hard. We want to make sure we get a nice lot of moisture into this compost. Okay, when you start seeing it come out the base, which I don't know whether you can on the video, but certainly here we've got water coming out the bottom. Give it a tiny little have a go, and then we'll leave it like that. That's ready to go, and it can go outside. Make sure it's not in a windy spot, because it can dry out quite quickly, or you can stick it on the windowsill, and before you know it, it'll start rooting. Any questions at all, get in contact. See you soon.